What's up, YouTube? Tim Moose here. Since this week I'm doing my reviews for Nicolas Cage movies in honor of Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Here's my review for the second film of his I'm doing a review for, and that is his 1980s seventh film, Moonstruck, which was directed by Norman Jewison, who also directed the classic musical film On the Roof. He's done some other really cool stuff over the years as well. Now, this movie, of course, starred the likes of Nicolas Cage. You also had Cher in it. And here you got Cher, who plays this Italian American widow named Loretta, who accepts a marriage proposal from her boyfriend Johnny, played by the late great Danny Aiello, who was so good in this. Then she also finds herself falling for his younger brother Ronnie, played by Nicolas Cage, and she of course tries to resist, but Ronnie lost his hand in an accident. But Ronnie ends up losing his hand in an accident, and he blames it on his brother, and he has no scopes about aggressively pursuing her, while also Johnny is also out of the country. And Loretta falls deeper in love here, and she comes pretty much to learn that she's not the only one in her family with other, secret romance here. You got the late great Olympia DeCosta, who plays the role of Cher's mother, and Olympia DeCosta is so good in this. You also had some other cool cast members like John Maloney was also in this. Robert Bartlett. But obviously, the chemistry between both Cher and Nicolas Cage is a really decent one. The writing by John Patrick Shanley was great. Uh, Danny Aiello may want one of his best performances here. This and maybe Do the Right Thing is two of his best works, in my opinion. R.I.P. Danny Aiello, legend right there. Olympia DeCosta, I believe she actually got an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, one of Cher's best performances here. Cher is really obviously whenever you think of Cher, you always think of her as a singer and everything, but her acting abilities were pretty good. She won an Oscar for this. Not to mention, of course, she was great in films like the movie Mask. She was great in. Uh, Mermaids. Obviously she's one of the most iconic singers of all time, but her acting was not so bad either. And of course she has some great lines here as well. Like the line of "Snap out of it." Come on, who did not love that line there? Moonstruck is such an iconic film. One of Nick Cage's very earliest roles. Of course, in the '80s, he of course had small roles in the '80s like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Of course, he broke out in the '80s with Valley Girl, but late '80s he will go on to do stuff like Moonstruck, uh, Raising Arizona. He's always a great actor, and this is definitely one of his best performances. His chemistry with Cher is just very believable, and it's really good. So if you guys haven't really seen Moonstruck, do yourself a favor, go watch it. It's such a classic. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen Moonstruck? If so, what show? Are you a fan? Are you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Where would it rank in your favorite Nicolas Cage films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Tim Moose.